I like to think her name is actually Trouble, because basically they said, yeah, I can't believe we ran into trouble this early. So her actual name is Patrol Officer Trouble.
You knew you were trouble when you walked in. Shame on me now. Threw me to places I've never been. Okay.
Needs more
Um.
goats. Needs more goats.
I can't do it. Apparently somebody here can. I don't know if that's impressive or not. It's kind of more scary, if you want me to be honest.
I am the
Patrol
spirit of
Officer
the
Trouble knows goats.
Alright, anyway. Moving on to Takao chapter 6. Is where we're going to continue. So,
I'm all in for this.
chapter 6. Someday I want to go with you. Hmm? Oh, when did I fall asleep? It was still a bit hazy. But the events of the previous night came to my head. How and where was I touched by Takao? The memory then came back to me in clear and vivid detail. But when I opened my eyes, I didn't see Takao there. I guess I was ashamed to face him after what happened last night. So without much thought, I let out a sigh of relief. However,
Have you woken up?
Takao was seated by the window, looking outside. His back was still turned to me. Yes. Surprised, my voice became shrill. I tried to greet him, but my voice didn't come out well.
What's wrong? You're awfully quiet. Is there something wrong with your physical condition?
Why don't you realize what happened yesterday? I couldn't feel...
Sorry, I came down with a bad case of the almost raped.
I couldn't feel Takao's usual warmth in his voice. I sensed something very lonely, and it made my chest feel tight. I wonder why he was being so cold this morning. Was it because I resisted him too much? No, it's nothing. Still, I told myself to try and make casual conversation. So, what are you looking at?
Cherry blossoms.
Oh, the great tree of Yoshiwara, right? What a large cherry tree. It's really beautiful. I guess you could say that it matches this red light district well.
I guess so. I've come to learn of solitude, loneliness, and when things are about to end.
This is getting heavy! I didn't expect this. I'm kind of a little bit caught off guard by this, so...
Isn't that what Gentlemen of the Night are about?
I don't think it's like that.
Well, sounds like something you'd say.
Takao was only looking at the cherry blossoms and would not look my way.
I want to see the cherry blossoms.
I want to go with you to see the cherry blossoms too. It was at this point that Takao began to look my way. His face was unusually gentle and calm, but there was still loneliness somewhere in his face. It made me feel sad. Takao.
It'd be nice to go with you someday.
Yes. What a gentle voice. I never knew that he could produce such a gentle voice, despite the fact that his voice was so cold up until earlier. Cool and warm. He seduced and charmed me using those two elements. I felt sadness, and at the same time my chest felt very painful. They say that the gentlemen of the night are not allowed outside of Yoshiwara. You either have to have your freedom bought, or you retire. I heard that the existence of Tauko's parents made it difficult for him to retire. It would be impossible for him to see the cherry blossoms. To start even going out is difficult. Despite his situation, Takao said that he wanted to go and see the cherry blossoms. While immersed in my thoughts, Takao stepped away from the window and approached me.
Shouldn't you be heading back?
Oh, yeah. An odd silence continued on from before. It was nice of him to see me off, but something didn't feel good about it.
Get home safely.
Yes. Well then.
Wait,
Huh?
what kind of place are you going home to?
I thought he was suddenly calling me to stop, but he asked me something crazy like that. The place I go home to? I still didn't want anyone to know that I'm a daughter of a shipping agent, because I wanted to see Takao. Because I wanted to be near Takao, even if it was for just a little while. Because I would be thought of as the daughter of a wealthy family. A noisy place, a quiet place, a normal place.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'd go with normal.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't. Because
Yeah,
he
go
thinks-
normal.
He thinks you're this rich daughter. So if you say a normal place, that's not normal. It makes it seem
Quiet
like
for rich, maybe?
I think a noisy place because you don't want
Noisy?
to lie to him, but you don't want to
Hmm.
reveal to him, right?
It also seems like he's longing for a place, like, more than this.
Yeah, and this isn't. I wouldn't
He
consider.
kind of wants to live vicariously through you, it seems.
Yeah, I wouldn't say a quiet place because he seems lonely right now. A normal place is different for everybody, so a noisy place, especially for him, makes a lot of sense, right? So
yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
what
that does.
I saw that answer and immediately that one.
I love how we're dissecting the feelings of man whores in a dating sim. I mean,
Well, this is what
That's the
makes,
best way to do it.
Yeah, no, this is what makes visual novels really fun, is when you actually start learning about the characters and why they're acting the way they are. That's like the biggest appeal of a visual novel. So,
I'm sorry, Hayabusa, but side dishes don't have feelings, as we all
Ho
know.
ho ho!
well.
yes, we have flavors and spices that amplify the meal. What? Oh,
Alright, a noisy place then. But if I lie, he'll probably be able to see right through me. I didn't think of that, but yeah. A noisy place. A place where many people come and go every day.
Oh, that sounds fun. Which is louder, the Corson's procession or your place?
My place loses when it comes to flashiness, but the procession doesn't hold a candle to my place.
Sounds fun.
I'm so goo-goo over this face. This face here, this one.
be
I'm
strong,
sorry that I
Kana.
held you back.
Oh, no, is it okay if I come... I started to say something, but I soon stopped talking. Is it okay to say something so shameless? It doesn't seem like Takao is really in the mood. And just then... I think I know who this is.
Yeah.
So...
Bobby?
Sorry, Mike, my dad just came down and started talking to me. Alright. Who is this supposed to be?
It's either Tokiwa or Roha.
If you keep playing around at the entrance, you'll be in the way.
Well, if it was a Roha, Kroze would do it. So we think it's Tokiwa. That's why we're asking you to do it.
Ah! If you
Yeah.
keep playing around the entrance, you'll be in the way.
That voice coming from behind me made me jump back abruptly. Oh, no! We were all wrong!
Oh! Oh!
Oh, it makes sense because it was insulting.
Yeah, that's
Tsunami.
that's true. Oh, get your
Yes.
get your tsundere ready. When I looked, standing there was Kaguro-san with a mean look on his face. Oh, I'm sorry.
Kaguro. She's my client. Have you not been taught any manners?
I appreciate the advice, but perhaps you should teach your own attendants some manners before saying that.
It's true. He did kind of.
Shots fired.
What did you say, you brat?
An angry tone briefly flashed across his still childlike profile. It seemed that this could turn into a fight at any moment. I rushed to get a word in between them. You're not with Kagura-san today?
I was about to head to school after this. My destination is outside of Yoshiwara, so Kagura-san isn't supposed to be with me.
Is that so?
You sure are strange. Well then, if you'd excuse me.
Yeah, you're a picture perfect fellow, aren't you? You're
Want me to punch him for you?
Kinda do.
You'd lose in a fight, flashy boy.
Now excuse me, I must force this woman to carry my books as I go to school.
Did I make him angry?
That guy knows nothing of charm. Well, I guess it's no wonder, since he's attached to Kagura and all. Well then, get home safely.
Yes. Once he sent me off with those words, Takao immediately went back in. Again, Takao showing me his cold side. I wonder if I've offended him somehow. I sensed that I had been coldly abandoned, and it made my chest ache. Perhaps this was yet another trick of the gentleman of the night. If it is, then what a heart-wrenching trick it is. Is this so that I won't forget him? Was that his plan? While thinking about that, I made my way out of the shop, alone.
What a gloomy face. Did Kikuya's courtesan do a less than satisfactory job?
Kagura stood leaning against the entryway of the shop. Don't surprise me!
Excuse me. I haven't reached a level where I can take clients yet, so I thought I'd learn what I can.
You mean it's for future reference?
Yes. Could you tell me what happened?
Though confused, I spoke while being careful to select my words. I don't know much about Takao.
You're not in the same position, so it's only natural, isn't it?
Obviously, it would be difficult to understand him, but that's not it. How should I put this? To a boy much younger than myself, what could I offer as advice? But it's not like there's someone that can offer me advice when I get home. Before I knew it, I had opened my mouth to speak, probably because that boy had such earnest eyes. For a boy like him, only the truth would do. He probably wanted it in plain words. That's what I thought. One moment, you think he's being really nice to you, and the next, he's cold as ice. One moment, you think he's so full of life that he could burst into flames. Next, he's emotionless. Just what is he thinking? What is he feeling? I have absolutely no idea. When I said that, Kagura let out a brief sigh.
What? You're worried about something like that?
For me, it's not just something.
I see. It must be hard to be a sheltered princess.
I'm not...
No, forget it. I might sound like I'm being a little sarcastic.
That's not how I would describe that. That's not how I would describe that at all.
Try complete asshole.
But I hope you that don't misunderstand. But I hope that you don't misunderstand.
It's not a little, though. You sound really sarcastic.
Takao-san is a courtesan. If you think about that, then the answer should come to you.
Could it be?
Do you understand now? It's all for money. For a gentleman of his caliber, it wouldn't be strange for him to retire.
I heard that he's sending money to his parents.
It seems so. The rumor is that he's taking care of 2 parents.
2 people on his own? There's a high chance that his father is a courtesan. It would make sense for him to support the mother that he's been connected to from an early age. But it's hard to believe that he's been taking care of his father, too. As for I have no knowledge of my father's name, age, nor where he was a courtesan.
I heard that his former gentleman of the night father is bedridden due to illness. As expected, I haven't heard any rumors about his mother.
Is that so?
So that's why people of noble birth like you are the ones that he wants to hold on to, even if it's only one person.
Noble?
There's no use hiding it. Rumors spread quickly. Aren't you the daughter of a famous trader?
No!
Oh, I see where this is going.
Why so glum? You can still change the courtesan, you know.
Yes.
It seems that Tokiwa-san failed. But if it were Kagura-san, he wouldn't let you make such a face.
Was that supposed to be Takao-san failed or Tokiwa-san failed? Because they both failed, to be quite honest.
Because he's saying that
Tokiwa failed to steal you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I realized that my face displayed the fact that I had been hurt, but I wasn't about to nod in agreement to Kagura-san's words.
It's not something that you have to answer to immediately. Please think about it. Well then, if you'd excuse me.
Oh, yes. Do your best with your studies. Kagura-san headed towards Inari Shrine. While thinking that I need to get going myself by chance, I noticed a cherry tree and went near it. Even if you can't leave Yoshiwara, it would be nice to see the cherry blossoms under this tree. Perhaps Takao, as a courtesan, saw himself in the fluttering petals. I want to be near him as much as possible. That's the only thing I can do, but... Just then, I felt someone's gaze, and I looked up. Oh! There, I saw Takao staring at the cherry blossoms just like me. While in front of him, I...
Call his name?
Yeah,
I
no,
think
that's...
it's Mile towards him.
I'm thinking call his name. I think I agree with Elk on this one.
Really, considering the mood he's been in?
Yeah,
I think-
because I don't think you being disinterested more than you would normally helps the situation. I think it hinders it. Right.
Interesting.
Well, because I think you should still be happy to... Like, I get smile towards him, but, like, he might not even notice. He might not even be looking at you. He might just be looking at the cherry blossom, so focused in his mental state.
That's possible, too, yeah.
So, call his name. Takao. Before I knew it, I had called his name. We caught the attention of the people coming to and fro, but I don't care. I just felt my chest tighten at the sight of Takao's sad smile. It was like Takao and I were the only two people in this world. The cherry blossoms fluttered between our gazes. Takao, who had been confined to the red light district. Takao, you, who have become so precious to me. Takao. When I looked up, Takao had turned his back to me as if someone had called him. Moments later, he looked down once again. But his previous smile was gone. He then glanced at me and left. I fondly kept the memory of his previous smile in my heart and left Yoshiwara. Oh, it's getting so interesting!
That chapter was absolute feels.
I'm getting so into it! Can we just record for 8 hours?
I really like Takao's story.
I'm so getting into it, it's not fair. So I'm
There's
gonna...
no I wish you were Talco moment.
There will never be I wish you were Takao.
I didn't go to Taco Bell, I went to Papa John's today. It's totally different. Totally different. Alright.